partido, el de mañana, es un nuevo aliciente más, la Copa del Rey, después de eliminar al Baracaldo, toca el Granada. Y tú insististe mucho el otro día después del Madrid, que había que ver la mejoría, la reacción del equipo mañana ya mismo ante el Granada. Querías que darle continuidad al buen juego que mostrasteis ante el Madrid.
Yes, I said after the Villarreal game that I thought the second half was the best 45 minutes performance, even though we lost the game, which doesn't make me feel any better. And I wanted to see a continuation of that performance. I think against Madrid we saw the best 90 minutes performance since I've been here, but now it needs to start turning into results. I think that when we put performances in like we did against Madrid, the message this morning to the players was that we now have to make sure that wasn't a spike, it wasn't a, you won't be able to translate that, it wasn't a lifting performance just because of the opponent. It was something that is normal now for us, that we have to perform like that at that level every single game. That Granada have fantastic qualities as a team, and that if we drop below our level against Real Madrid in our concentration, in our application, then we'll struggle. And however, if we perform like we did against Madrid and repeat that performance, then it'll be a good match for us. So I think now, if you think about the last 3 weeks, against Getafe, Eibar, I think we played in moments in the match. Against Villarreal in the second half and against Real Madrid, I think we played a performance for the match for the whole of that period. And I think when you get performance, you then are in a far better chance of getting results. I think at this moment in time, we don't want to be going back to playing in moments. I want sustained performance. And when I watched the video back against Madrid, there were a lot of very good things, not just the talent on the ball and obviously the expression of the players, but also the fundamentals of the game that allow you to go and win a football match. The teamwork, the compactness in defending, the organisation when we're attacking, and I don't and won't accept to drop below that level against Real Madrid, against Granada tomorrow. We have to make sure now we perform week in, week out. Long answer on it.
Hola, buenos días, Gary. Ignacio de Diario en Estalla. El hecho de no haber conseguido buenos resultados en Liga hace que haya que priorizar más la Copa.
No, I think the first question talked about a new motivation. I don't see it as a new motivation, and I don't see it as now we're just playing for the cup. I see it as a series of games. Whatever the competition, we have to perform, and I want sustained performances in every single match. Good performances. The level of performance we reached against Madrid, which was high. When you can play against one of the best teams in the league and one of the best teams in Europe at that level, then you set yourself a standard. And the players have caused themselves a problem now, because they've shown me how well they can play, and they've shown me how hard they can work, and they've shown me great things that they can do, which means that now they have to repeat that every single game. And in football, all players want, all coaches want is consistency, and that's what we need now, consistency of performance, or else the Madrid performance will mean nothing. And I said after the game against Madrid, I'm already thinking about 4 o'clock on Wednesday afternoon against Granada, because I want to see a continuation of it, and that's all I'm thinking about, not whether it's the Copa del Rey, whether it's the Liga. I can't differentiate between competitions at this moment in time. I'm thinking more about winning every single match and getting better levels of performances, and we're starting to get good signs, but we need to now turn that into results.
Buenos días, mister. Pablo Granada, Deportes 4. Si me dejas 2 preguntitas rápidas, bueno, digo la primera.
You always have two.
Mister, se lo pregunto como entrenador, como técnico. Después del partido que hizo el Real Madrid en Valencia, ¿le sorprende a usted como entrenador que el Madrid haya despedido a su colega Rafa Benítez?
I don't think I'm surprised. Having been in the media of football broadcasting for the last 4.5 years, I'm never surprised anymore by anything that I see in respect of obviously managers losing their jobs. It's never something that I wanted when I wasn't a coach. It's not something that I want to see when I am a coach. Rafa Benitez obviously is a fantastic coach, but Real Madrid is not our club. Valencia is our club. I'll concentrate on what's going on here, and it's really none of my business. But I don't think I'm surprised by anything that I see anymore in football after the last 4 or 5 years. I think that it's in every league in Europe. The average tenure of a manager or a coach is getting shorter, and it's just something, unfortunately, and I say unfortunately because I believe that we have to accept.
Mister, a usted le achacaron cuando llegó a Valencia que usted no tenía la suficiente experiencia para entrenar al Valencia, no tenía la experiencia como entrenador. Sin embargo, viene al Madrid y ficha a Zidane, que aún tiene menos experiencia que usted como primer entrenador. ¿Qué le parece?
It's the way forward. What do you want me to say to that? It's Real Madrid's choice. They want to appoint their coach. It's nothing to do with me. I was very, honest when I came to Valencia, and I said I didn't shy away from the fact that I'd not coached before as a head coach. I didn't shy away from the fact that it's a fantastic opportunity but a very difficult job, and everybody has to coach the first game once. Remember that. Even the sort of more experienced coaches have the first game once. So the idea that there is a template perfect coach doesn't exist. There are experienced coaches who fail, there are young coaches who succeed, and vice versa. And I think that obviously I wish all coaches of all clubs very well. It's a difficult job, and but I don't think it's a case of just because you're an inexperienced coach you can't be a success. Everybody has to take the first charge of the first game at some point and needs that break. An opportunity, and I believe in opportunity. Not just because I got one here, but I do believe in it.
Hola, mister. Diego Pico de Marca. Me apunto a lo de las dos preguntas rápidas. La primera, me gustaría preguntarle por Negredo. La sensación que nos ha dado hoy durante el entrenamiento era que Negredo mañana será titular. Quizás es una forma de rápidamente estar otra vez en la pomada, ¿no? Tras lo que pasó el otro día contra el Madrid.
Is it you that's on that building on the far side watching our training? Yeah, go on. He's going to play, and he was always going to play. I want him to play. I think I think he's doing a fantastic job. I think that we're managing him well back into full fitness, because obviously, like I say, he's only 2-3 weeks back with the team, and I think that from that point of view, I'm happy to say that he's playing tomorrow, and he deserves to play.
Y luego me gustaría preguntarle, ayer vimos una noticia en el diario El País en el que se hablaba de que usted le pasa los vídeos de los entrenamientos a Nuno Espíritu Santo, el anterior entrenador, para que lo verifique. Me gustaría saber qué opinión le merece al respecto.
Is the journalist in here? No? I've never heard anything as ludicrous in my life. It's a fantasy story with absolutely no truth whatsoever. I don't really know what to say to it. I don't really know what to say, to be honest with you, to that question. It is just nonsense. In England, I would use a swear word, but I'm not quite sure the translator will be able to get it in the correct context.
Buenos días, Gary. Alba Molina de Radio Sport, aquí en directo. Como parece que estamos en Reyes Magos, yo también voy con dos preguntas cortas. Mañana jugamos contra el Granada. El Valencia teóricamente es favorito. Si no pasáramos, ¿sería para usted un fracaso?
I think Failure. I was told when I came here by the very experienced press officer never to use the word failure. Because apparently over here it has a lot stronger connotations than it does in England. Obviously, if we don't win the game, we'll all be absolutely extremely disappointed. I would view it in English terms as being obviously something that would be not what we want. We don't want that. We need to win tomorrow. We accept that we're at home with Valencia. We're improving our performances, but yeah, we need to start turning them into results. I don't want to contemplate at this moment failure in the game at all. I know it's Christmas Day tomorrow, which feels a little bit strange. We get 2 Christmases over here, so that's good. But no, I think that from our point of view, we need to concentrate tonight on our rest and recovery. The players have trained well this morning, and tomorrow, I think we need a good performance. I'm not even thinking about the word failure or defeat. We know football. We've all watched a lot of football matches, but from our point of view, it's not something that's entering my mind. I've got to be confident, but also show respect to a very difficult opponent.
Y la otra pregunta es sobre Rodrigo Moreno. Tras 2 meses y pico de lesión, volvió a debutar contra el Real Madrid esos últimos 20 minutos. Mañana todo apunta a que vaya a jugar de titular en la banda y quería que usted me dijera cómo lo ve.
It's incredible. I come in here the day before every game and you tell me my team. I've only just told the players 15 minutes ago. Rodrigo Moreno, I've been so impressed with him in his last 3 weeks. He trained with us for a week before the Christmas break, and he was passive. He was the spare player in training because obviously we didn't want to invite contact. Since he's come back from the Christmas break, he trained whilst the Christmas break was going on. He has trained fantastically well in the last 7 to 10 days, and I thought against Real Madrid when he came on, he had a fantastic impact in the game. I've got a lot of belief in him. I think he's a fantastic player, and I'm not going to tell you whether he's going to play tomorrow, but you already know anyway, so there's no point in sitting here.
Señor Neville, Jordi González, 1-0, ya hemos estado pesado preguntándole lo mismo, casi todas las ruedas de prensa, pero ayer hubo una comida, una reunión entre la presidenta, el máximo accionista del Valencia, Peter Lim, usted, desde el Hotel Westin, sí, también lo sabemos. Le pregunto hasta dónde puede contar de lo que se habló en lo que concierne al Valencia Club de Fútbol y, por supuesto, si va a haber fichajes.
Do you have a big brother over here? I think I've joined Valencia's big brother. No, I mean the meeting yesterday is not about signings, about transfers. We had it in the middle of a hotel, in a very public place. The fact that obviously people have decided to film the meeting on the phones or follow us into a lounge. No, we discussed the game against Real Madrid, we discussed what's happening so far, how we're going, what I feel about the team and the players and all the stuff that you would expect the owner to ask a head coach. It was a normal meeting. He's obviously come over from Singapore for the match. So it's normal that he would sit down and have an hour of coffee with the head coach and discuss what I think and what, I discuss what he thinks. But this wasn't a power meeting. We wouldn't have had it in the middle of a hotel reception if it was a very important, secret meeting. This wasn't the case. It was a coffee in the middle of a lounge in a hotel. So, but it fascinates me over it. It's very different than what I've been used to. I thought in England, the intensity of obviously things, but over here it's like you have a man marker 24 hours. What restaurant did they eat in last night?
Hola entrenador, buenos días. Salva Folgado para el 97.7 Radio. Me gustaría saber si, debido a la distancia que hay actualmente en Liga respecto a la cuarta posición, eso puede provocar que hayan cambios en el orden de prioridades de la temporada y que se le dé mayor prioridad a las competiciones cortas como la Copa del Rey o la Europa League. sin descuidar tampoco la liga. Gracias.
No, I think one thing I want to be clear about, that I made some changes for the Baracaldo game in the Copa del Rey, and I will make some changes from the Real Madrid game and Villarreal game for tomorrow, but please don't interpret this as being a focusing on one competition more than the other. I'm absolutely intent on getting the 22 players fully fit as quickly as possible and making sure that they have game time. We're making sure that when the players that don't play and don't get on the pitch, they work hard and they replicate what's happening on the pitch of the players who do play. And my full intent is making sure that as quickly as possible in this next couple of weeks that I have 22 fit players, and we're getting there. And they're all match fit, they're all up to speed, and any one of them can be called upon at a certain time. And yes, along the way there will be some changes in the team, and you'll see that again tomorrow. But I don't see these changes as being negative changes, that one player is better than the other. I see that the team that we've got out tomorrow will be extremely strong, and it needs to be. And that I'm not prioritising one competition over another. We're in the Europa League, we're in the Copa del Rey, we have to fight for every single point to win games in La Liga. And I don't give up on any competition or prioritise any competition at this moment in time. In 4 weeks' time, I might be giving you a different answer, but absolutely not today. I'm making sure my intent is to win every single match, and we need to start winning games now, and hopefully that'll be tomorrow in the Copa del Rey.
Hola, Carlos Martínez de la cadena SER. Lleva dirigiendo al Valencia 6 partidos, en 5 de ellos ha utilizado el mismo sistema. Parece que mañana va a ser el sexto en el que actúe con un 4-3-3, solamente cambió para jugar en Villarreal con el 3-5-2. ¿Podemos decir después de 6-7 partidos con el de mañana que ese sistema, el 4-3-3, es su sistema de base a partir del cual hacer pequeñas modificaciones, pero que ese es el dibujo que a usted más le gusta?
I think at the moment we tried 3 at the back against Villarreal. Obviously it was a different system. We were slightly different against Getafe. I played with 2 players holding and Andre Gomez further forward. But I think you're right that we have probably played, well, we have played 4-3-3 more. And please don't interpret this as an excuse. And I'm saying that before I say the question. We've had no training time at all. We've had 3 days training after the Christmas break, but everything else has been play, recover, play, recover, play. So there's been no training time to work on alternate systems that much. We have to try and embed one system, one style of play, and I think we're seeing improvements. To try and say that I like 4-3-3 more than 4-4-2, more than 4-2-3-1, more than 3 at the back, I think at this moment it's not I like it more. I just think at this moment in time it suits the players that we have, and I want to make sure that one system is worked upon and embedded as much as possible into the players, because if it was pre-season now and I had 4 weeks of 5 matches, being able to trial things, being able to try different things, being able to work with the players every single day, that would obviously be a luxury. At this moment in time, I've got to recover, play, win matches and improve at the same time. And that's not an excuse, that's just a statement of fact. And in a perfect world, you'd have a week's training in between the match. So you'd play, you'd review, you'd practice, you'd play, you review, you practice. That's not what we have at this moment in time. The players yesterday after Real Madrid obviously were fatigued. They run 1,000,000 miles against Real Madrid. Today is still only 36 hours after the game, so still a little bit of fatigue. So we work gently this morning, and tomorrow we play at 4 o'clock. So from that point of view to work, we've done some video work this morning. I don't see video work as a meeting, I see it as a training session with video rather than a training session on the field, and that's how we have to try and work these types of sessions. But it's at this moment in time 4-3-3 is what I'm playing, but just because I think I want to try and work on one system as much as possible, even though I played 3 at the back against Villarreal.
aquí Chema de Sportivo del Taller Deportivo. Hemos ido viendo mejoras en el equipo, en el juego. El del Madrid, como dices, es un partido que deja mejores ya sensaciones, igual de lo que quieres jugar, pero yo creo que el equipo y todo el mundo, incluso tú te morirás de ganas de que el Valencia gane ya un partido, ¿no?
Yes, dying no, desperation no, but I genuinely believe that good preparation, good training, improvement in performance brings results. There's no magic wand in terms of, there's no, here we go, we're going to go and win 5 matches on the bounce. We have to sustain performances, and yes, you're right, I want to win matches. I think now I'm seeing performance levels against Villarreal in the second half. I'm seeing improved fitness levels, I'm seeing players coming back, I'm seeing a performance against Real Madrid that was for large parts very good, and if we continue to see that I've seen in the last game and a half, then we'll get results. I've got no problem about that, and the players will have no problem about that either. The effort that they're giving is fantastic, the work that they're doing, and if I wasn't seeing improvements I'd be slightly concerned, but I'm seeing improvements. Tactically we're improving a lot, defensively in terms of our, obviously we can see 2 goals against Madrid, but defensively our shape is a lot better, and some of the things that I saw against Getafe, against Eibar, against Lyon, I'm seeing a lot less, and we're seeing now little details that are costing us goals rather than fundamental issues, which obviously I think against Eibar, Getafe and Lyon there was some obviously fundamental problems that have been corrected, but the players have accepted, they've worked really hard, and we're now getting to a better level in terms of these fundamental principles.
Vamos a ir ya por favor con la última pregunta.
Hola, Gary, Enrique Payás de Televisión Española. ¿Le sorprende el reparto de horarios que hace la Liga con su equipo? ¿Le parece sorprendente los horarios en los que ubican los partidos? ¿Se le molesta o simplemente qué opinión tiene al respecto? Gracias.
No, the timing of games isn't a problem for me in terms of, I'm used to that in English football. I'm used to that obviously throughout my career, the games at 12 o'clock, 12:45, 1:30, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 7 o'clock at night, so all the times of the day. I've been used to that all the way through my playing career, and obviously it's happened as well in my coaching career, and obviously I worked in television. So from that point of view, I have no problem with kick-off times. I think we have to be adaptable. It's never an excuse of kick-off time for any player or any coach, any time. And I genuinely believe that. The schedule is full, but then that's the same for every team that's in the Copa del Rey. My interpretation of Spanish football was always that there was this big break of 2-3 weeks, and then there was 1 game a week, and that it wasn't a crammed fixture list. But actually, it's probably more congested at this moment in time than probably the English fixture list. But that's the same for every club, and I'm used to that. That's the way I've seen all the way through my career. But I think my interpretation before I came here probably was that the fixture list wouldn't be as congested, but I accept it's a tournament year for the national teams, and that obviously the season is condensed, and it means that there is a lot more games coming quickly. So a football manager, coach or player can never complain about having too many matches. The reason that the owners here have assembled 22 players is that 22 very good players is that you can then play 3 games a week, or else if it's 1 game a week you might as well only have 16-17 players. So the reason that squads are assembled is because of this reason, and I cannot sit here and complain about anything that I see in front of me, and the kick-off times are not a problem.
Muy bien, muchas gracias a todos, como siempre, buenas tardes.
So,